Good evening and welcome to Last Semester Tonight. Before we get started, I want to say a special thanks to ChatGPT for making all the jokes tonight, because as many women like to tell me, the only funny thing about me is the way I look. Now, let's dive right in. Tonight we're going to be talking about traffic. It's that kind of slow four-wheeled dance where you're both the DJ and the unwilling participant at the same time. And there's these kind of people that see it as their meditation point, where they think they need to find their zen. Who are these people, all right? But luckily, we look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's AI, it's our hero coming to save us. Artificial intelligence is the solution to traffic, and it's everywhere nowadays. We see it predicting our purchases, it's suggesting us cat videos on the internet. It's like an overeager intern at the workplace. It's helpful, kind of a little overconfident, but trusting it is like a toddler, right? You need to give it with a little bit of grain of salt. You're hopeful, but you also have the fireman on speed dial in case it suddenly swallows its binky. But let's move right along to traffic lights. They're outdated, all right? But luckily, researchers in Tennessee have found our solution. 294 Ultra HD cameras to watch cars moving at 5 miles an hour. This is exactly what we need. Now we can see all angles of the slowest thing in the world. It's more boring than watching paint dry. But it does have many sound benefits. Now we can know absolutely everything about traffic around years. It's been collecting data for years. We can create a predictive model and know what's going to happen with everything going on. Now, does this mean if you go for a drive with your ex-girlfriend and your girlfriend sees you, it's going to be able to tell you that? No. But it might help you get to your classes on time. But the worst part about traffic, in my opinion, is that it's always someone else's fault. It's some idiot on his phone that rear ends a sweet old lady in front of him, and suddenly there's a mile-long traffic jam behind it. I think this is exactly why. I think everyone should get a self-driving car. There's absolutely nothing worse. Let me set out a scenario for you. You ready? So you're in your car, you're trying to make the left turn, and the guy in front of you, he should go. It's a green light, he waits until it's yellow, and then just before it turns red, he makes his turn. He had plenty of time, but suddenly you're waiting an extra 30 seconds for the light to turn green. Now, you could respond to this in the casual way by doing a pit maneuver, but I think a more humane option is to replace them with an artificial intelligence robot and to let a self-driving car take care of it. But it is risky business trusting these self-driving cars. We've all had those moments where the GPS goes rogue, you hear the recalculating, and suddenly you're taking a scenic route through a cornfield. Except this time, it's a 2-ton vehicle going 70 miles an hour down the highway. Now, the main reason we can't have self-driving cars, everyone, is your grandmother. Now, it's not your grandmother exactly, but it's grandmothers all over. It's the elderly. There is a generational traffic jam. On a scale of 1 to 5, on how interested they were, the silent generation came in at a lukewarm 2.51. Next was the baby boomers at a 2.48, then Gen X with a 3.1, and millennials rounding it out with a 3.57. We need to start convincing older folks that artificial intelligence and self-driving cars are the future. We're on the brink of a revolution, and everyone here has a front row seat. Tesla and BMW need public support to be able to develop their self-driving cars. They need hours on the road, and they need people like yourselves to start test driving them. Hop on this tech train, but hold on to your seats. 75% of the states are knee-deep in legislature. Even Uncle Sam has skin in the game, so you need to go vote for congressmen that are going to be able to vote in laws to help out all of these self-driving cars. They'll be able to, I want you to go test drive, purchase, hit the road with your new self-driving car. Just do something with it. We're in a traffic jam of life, and the only solution is to embrace AI. Stay safe. Make sure that you don't get into a rear end with a grandma. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.